One way to repair a mini split that's not cooling. I had a client tell me that her mini split wasn't cooling down. Looking at her panel, she's only getting 120 out of everything. And looking at this cord, we find a half-ass joint. And yeah, she's more definitely getting 120. So these were made in Mexico, so they're all in Spanish. Luckily your boy's fluent in Spanish. And it looks like the nominal voltage is 230 volts. So we're going to install a 2-port breaker and run some conduit. Luckily my dad had a head start on it. As you can see, most of these are all single pole, and our new one's going to be a 2-pole. That's going to give us 2 phases, which equals 240 volts. And here's our J-box. Now to drill the hole in order to get the wire through. So we got our hole, now we need a pilot bit. So it fits perfectly, so let's start drilling. So we're almost done with our conduit, and we have our hole. Now to drill this side. So we got our hole, let's look inside and we can see inside. So now we have a knockout for our wire to pass through. We need a knockout over here for our Romex connector. So let's slap that on there and line it up. So now that we've got our J-box mounted, now let's cut the wire to a good length. And it looks like that should be good enough. So let's free our wires from the sheath and tying up our Romex connector. Give it a little pull test, we're good. So we finished the conduit outside and we're gonna slap our box on. However, if you guys want to learn some tips and tricks on how to bend pipe, let me know. So we gotta push our wire through. And it's out. Now to feed it through. So I got it back inside, now to cut it to a good length. Around 6 inches should be good enough. So we got a ground together, it's kind of hard with one hand. Now our blue and our white, tuck that in, and last but not least, our brown and our black. So now that that's tucked in, let's put our cover back on. Now to install our black and our white here, and since it's bonded up there, we're going to put our ground right there. Strip our wires, and go ahead and install it inside our breaker. Same thing with our white, and now our ground. If you guys don't feel comfortable, please hire a professional. So our breaker's back on, now it's time to test it. And it's cooling. Awesome. Client said she likes it. And that's